You'll never get me, I swear. There you go. Owie, that must hurt, didn't it?
I can't hear you! You're welcome!
You slack ass. Grr. Cha-ja. So great. So great.
Attention citizens. This is an Omega-1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
You guys have quiet shoes. Which isn't a bad thing. Recycle, recycle, recycle. What was Edna doing to you?
What was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh. Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Where'd you marry Edna?
Your Honor,
She's
but
such a bad
why'd you
person.
marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Well, we gotta fix this.
Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess.
What do we do now?
What do we do now?
I don't know.
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
All right, Dad.
Damn, pretty good punch. Where is the DeLorean anyway?
Where is the
I don't know.
DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Mom, Dad, no!
You'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will
How do you know so much about time even though you
guess
didn't
you're
study
right.
any of it? That's what I'm wondering about.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great, let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair of it could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good
Okay.
luck, Your Honor.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
What's going down? I don't know.
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless.
You're useless,
Before I
Edna.
found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built.
You tried to set him right.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Oh. Doc's a
Not
real
the only
wife.
inspiration of Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily
It
distracted.
just means he's creative. He's killer, dude.
You think you
Everything.
inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
He did.
Well, he did that too.
Shh. You can suck
Okay,
it.
Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
There we go.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment. Ah!
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
You need help.
Blow out your exhaust, poor dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Mark, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I sent the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here,
What's this?
clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
You're the worst mistake was life, Edna.
Leave.
Okay, we will. Bye-bye.
I run this town.
In an alternate timeline, you do. But now, you're erased.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
You're gonna be erased, Edna. In 3, 2, 1. Phew, you're gone. Congratulations, Edna. You're gone. Your alternate timeline is destroyed.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town
Yes.
theater.
The Old Town Theater. Cool.
Very cool.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in 71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation.
Well,
It was
she's
all
corrupting them.
nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
That's why we're
That's
here.
what we're here for. We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
How could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown.
True
Emmett
that.
Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70-plus years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc. You need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan,
The billions and billions guy?
the suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just
Alright. Hi, Emmett. It's Harry Callahan coming to see you. Emmett, come here. Nice suit.
Harry!
It's
you
Harry.
do show up at the
Hi.
oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
In a mental.
Oh, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night,
I
but
believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Forget it.
Yeah, well, we
She's
make a
like
lot of
bitch.
mistakes when we're not seeing straight. The thing
I don't
is,
think
you
you're seeing
shouldn't let
straight.
Edna distract you from, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, sure. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked the rocket car.
But,
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a
Junked
propulsion
it,
system that
yeah.
does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Don't. You just need.
you'll figure it out, Emmett. You only need a bolt of inspiration,
Okay.
that's all.
I know how to say that
Maybe if
hard.
you went to
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
the what?
Okay.
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
You've only had one
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Callahan.
All right.
October 12th. Doc?
Think we screwed up. We definitely screwed up. Most definitely. Hello, Carl Sagan.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start, and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always
Crap.
did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
True.
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're
Oh,
stuck?
jeez.
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Possible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna, where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Okay. A little bit futuristic to be driving around that thing. Just saying. Hill Valley the past, Hill Valley future. Future.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is
Hey,
nothing. if
Arthur
Do I
McFly.
really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and... I'll talk to her.
Yes, I shall talk.
You better
I'll
get the
take her
DeLorean
now.
out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why
Okay.
not? Good luck.
See you, Doc. Oh, well, that didn't drive far at all. Come on now. Edna, what are you bugging my uncle about? Don't be bugging my uncle about your silliness.
Spell it Brown. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I
Brown.
still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love. Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual?
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Hi.
Mr. Callahan, you do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Thwarting
need to-
your-
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here.
Hey,
His sole
don't talk
function
about us
seems to
like
be
that.
preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
No.
No.
Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental...
I haven't
alignment
seen
meter.
him, though.
Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
What attracts you to
I don't
him?
get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what
Okay.
I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T.
To a
That's
T.
Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Let's go talk to people. Whose truck is this?
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
I hope too. Having a truck would be pretty darn nice. Arthur.
Hey, Artie. Officer.
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Shh. Come on. Okay, let's go talk to Doc. If he's even here. Doc, I need to talk.
Well,
I talked to her.
and?
She says she knows what she's looking for, and it's you.
But it can't be me. It wasn't me. Marty, we don't belong together.
You don't have to tell me that.
Find out exactly what her requirements are. I can almost guarantee you that I don't fit them.
Okay, whatever you say.
Ahem. You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Bill.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well, his physical appearance, for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit.
Okay.
Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Okay.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And
Or
if
did you
it
just
turned out
modify
that you were
that?
mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
What's a mental
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Revolutionary! revolutionary invention. Measures a
You're
person's
revolutionary.
affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of
Works.
course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
He's a chick magnet.
Rather hard for me to picture
Damn.
Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet.
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them...
Motors.
You know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, and it's just...
Stop going
oh,
on about the
makes my
white
heart
suits.
flutter a
Come
bit just to
on.
picture him.
I don't care. It's a white suit. What do
That's
you want me to
all
say?
the
It's
questions I got.
beautiful. It's
Very well, then.
fashionable. It's stylish. I want a white suit.
Hey, Artie.
Oh.
You seen my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Cool. Very cool.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Huh.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid.
Hi.
Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
YOLO.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Help me make Edna
Listen,
jealous.
I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck.
I know,
I wouldn't
eh?
wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were,
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
I
Sometimes a
am.
guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Oh,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
Come on, help
look,
me out.
my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
Come on.
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
A fond adieu. Okay.
Back again, Mr. Callahan? What can I help you with?
I was thinking.
I talked to
I
Trixie.
found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
She's better than you.
Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you
Well,
got
of course
against
it's
Trixie?
what they meant. Come
It's
on.
the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Lady, she fits the costume, she's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Exactly. I like you, Artie.
Oh, these people are impossible.
Go talk to her, Edna. You want to
Why
get
do you want to
Trixie
get
fired?
Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a
Okay.
very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
They're
Still,
steamrolled.
I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and
Huh.
I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How
Hey,
about you? Have
cue
you got
ball.
any questions for
Hey.
me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I'm afraid I can't until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
Upset. You're upset. Let's start the cue ball.